Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm Nitrocious and welcome back to another TCG video. Today we're having a look at the new list for EBO3 Sanji, well OP12 Sanji, but the EBO3 version of the list. I say this in all my videos, I said it in my first one. I will be looking down quite a lot in the webcam recording because my laptop is on my lap and I'm looking at the list. But anyway, Sanji got some massive new buffs in both EBO3 and EBO4, which we in the West have had EBO4 to play with for a while now. And EBO3 just came out for us. And although the EBO3 support for Sanji is one card, that one card is insane. It's absolutely insane. It's the new 5-cost Reiju, which I will get to when I'm doing the actual deck list. I have been playing Sanji for a while. It definitely wasn't one of my main decks, but I built it in OP12. I think I built it release day actually. It was very, very easy to get your hands on because it was literally all rares and commons and stuff. And it would be hard if you hadn't been playing for a while, but I had all the cards I could need because I've been playing since 04. So I had all the commons from previous sets that I needed. So it was very easy to build. I didn't play a lot, but I played enough to, pick up the general gameplay loop and figure out how the deck works. So, I'm an OG. I didn't just hop on it because it's good now. But anyway, enough of me. Let's get into the actual deck list. So first up, we have Otama. That pretty much completely replaced Kaya. I don't know if you've seen any old lists, but Sanji used to run Kaya, but ever since this Otama came out, it is pretty much strictly better. I know obviously you can play Otama turn 1, or not Otama, Kaya turn 1, because you need to be a 3 or less life with Otama, but this one does not make you trash through. It keeps you even in hand, which is strictly better. So we run 3 of those. Some people you'll see run 4. It's kind of like, you'll see later, there's not a lot of 2Ks in this deck. Excuse me. And it's kind of between whether you want to run 4 of the Sanji or 4 of the Otama. I have personally opted for 4 of the Sanji, but you can run 4 Otama if you want. So next we have 1 4-cost pitting. This card, I genuinely think my list, I've been working on it for a while now for EBO3. I feel like there's one card off. Like there's one card that's kind of like a flex spot, and I don't know what to do with it. Right in this list, I put it as 4-cost pitting. But I'm just going to tell you right now, it doesn't come up in the matches. It really doesn't come up. For the flex spot I was talking about, it's kind of between this 4-cost pudding or another 0-cost event. Or maybe even another Jet Culverin. I think I probably would opt for another 0-cost event if I was to rebuild the list. But the games you're going to see have been played with this list, so let me show you it. It could come up. I'm sure if I played a multitude of games, it could come up. But out of the few that I did play for this video, it didn't. I pretty much just trashed it every time. But it's still a good card. Obviously, Pudding is, I'm not being ridiculous when I say Pudding is one of the best cards in the game. But I just think it doesn't particularly fit very well in this deck. But anyway, we're going to an auto 4-off 3-cost Sanji. It's your main offense in the deck. Is absolutely ridiculous. And now with the new Women's Teardrops event, you can buff it exceptionally fast. I think in one of the games it was 6k on turn 2, which is just, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It used to be pretty hard. I remember especially in OP12, you'd maybe get to end game and your Sanjis would be like 7k max. But now it's beyond easy to buff your Sanjis up, and it cannot be removed. It can only be removed by battle, which used to be a problem, but they give you another card that lets you get your Sanjis back from trash, so that doesn't really matter anymore. But yeah, if it would be removed from field by your opponent's effect, you can just minus a Dawn, and it's not once per turn, so it's really good. It's just like a big swinger every turn that is really hard to remove. So moving on, you have 2 of the 4-cost Reiju. This card, I remember initially when the EBO3 and EBO4 support came out, people cut it, but I do think that, the card is just exceptionally overstated. It's a 4-cost 7k that when it's on field, it's a 9-cost, so it might as well be unremovable. And it used to be, again, before the new EBO4 support, it would be like slightly difficult to get 4 cards in trash, or 4 events in trash to give it the buff. But now, if you go second, chances are you're actually just going to have 4 events in trash for the turn that you play Reiju. So I've only kept it to 2. It's definitely not worth running at a 4 off. Because the turns that you would play Reiju, you'd probably rather just play like a Sanji or a Stealth Black or something, or even just the new Reiju. But still worth running it too. It's not searchable by anything apart from Luffy will be the king of the pirates, which is a problem, but it's not important enough that it needs to be super searchable. So kept it too. And then the new card, the 5-cost Reiju. This card breaks the deck, at least for the time being, while Red Rock is still on rotation. But I mean, I'm just gonna read the effect, and you can make your own judgment about it. So it's on play, Dawn -1. If you're later a Sanji, you get to activate the main effect of up to 1 event with a cost of 7 or less from your trash. I'm sure I don't need to explain why that's absurd. It lets you loop Red Rock Grab Blade as many times as you want, assuming you have the Reiju. The only problem with this card is that, once again, like the other Reiju, it's not really that searchable. But you draw enough in this deck that, you know, you're probably going to find at least 1 or 2, assuming you don't bottom deck them all off the first search. But yeah, I don't even need to tell you how good this card is. You'll see in the games that, I mean, it's just so oppressive. It's ridiculous being able to grab. I mean, it makes it that you pretty much got 6 copies of Grab Blade if you need it, or 6 copies of Red Rock if you need it. It's just really, really good. So moving on, we've got the 6-cost Sanji, the 2K. This used to be like a 2 off, but now that you have Stealth Black, which you'll find down here, which we will get to and we'll explain, this card is ridiculous. You can just keep recurring it from trash and give yourself a 6k blocker pretty much every turn. And it's like, it's going to be in your trash anyway, because you're going to 2k with it. So it's really, really good to just be able to spawn out blockers whenever you want, you know. And you can technically do it for nothing, right? Because if you use Leader Effect and use it on Stealth Black, you can get a 6-cost 6k blocker for -1 Dawn. And that Dawn, you're going to get it back with a Leader anyway. It's really, really good. So like I said, it's kind of between this and the Otama, whether you want to run it 4. I do run the Straw Hat Searcher event, so I keep this at 4 instead of the Otama, just because it's way more searchable. We've got some EBO4 support here. This card was, I mean, when this card got revealed, I was ecstatic. It was pretty much exactly what Sanji needed. The ability to get more cards, more events in trash efficiently, just boosts this deck like to the next level. So not only that, it also works as a counter event. I barely ever use it as a counter event, but the fact that they just give you that option is so good, so good. So another thing which us in the West never actually got the chance to play with just EBO3. You know, we got EBO4 before we even got EBO3. But I think it was a problem in the West where getting the cards into the trash for Reiju to use was more difficult than it needed to be. But now, I mean, if you search with this and you see Grab Blade or Red Rock in it, you can just put it in the trash immediately. It fixes every problem that Sanji had. And it's so good. I mean, automatic 4 off for sure. Moving on. This card it's about 50-50 whether or not people run it. It's just the Straw Hat Searcher, which obviously most of your events and your Sanjis are all Straw Hat. But some people do decide to run the Pudding instead, the 1-cost Pudding, the Searcher, which it really is kind of, you know, it's neither here nor there which one you want to do, because the Pudding searches a event or a Sanji, which pretty much covers everything and more that this Searcher does. But this one's an event, which is important to me. You know, I want to fill up the trash as fast as possible with events to buff my Sanjis. It was very important to run the 1-cost Pudding when you ran Jozu, because you needed something to bounce back. But now you don't run that anymore. I personally opt for this, but I mean, it's up to you. If you find yourself struggling for counter in hand, if you find yourself needing more 1Ks, you're more than welcome to change it. for the pudding. So it's just personal preference. Concassar, this before the Reiju came out, was an automatic 4-off. I mean, it's just really, really good. It's pretty much an unconditional 4K for your leader. I do wish, I remember I was talking to my friend about this, if it was up to one of your Sanji instead of up to one of your leader gains 4K, this card would be exceptional, you know, but you know, it's not. That would just make the deck even better. It's just a wish of mine. But yeah, even if you can't use it as a counter event, it's a draw 1, which, you know, there has been times where playing Concassar to draw 1 is, you know, it's dire in a Sanji match. But, you know, 1 card can mean the difference if you draw into a Teardrops, if you draw into a Reiju. It could win you the game. So, like I said, we've had to cut it down to 3, but I definitely wouldn't go any less than 3. So, keeping it at 3 is the right option. Jet Culverin, really good to have at least 1 in the deck. Bottom deck's an original cost of 4 or less, which is very important in quite a lot of matchups. There is a lot of protection in the meta now, which this used to be a 2-off. We've had to put it down to a 1 just because, like I said, there's a lot of protection in the meta, especially from like remove from field. And there's less so protection from battle, which is why we run Brachetball and 0 cost as well, because if you can just minus someone's power and swing into them, that's more likely than not to get rid of them more so than the Jet Culverin is. I personally, this is personal preference, I absolutely love Jet Culverin. It's so good, like -1 and then get rid of a 4 cost on board, especially when there's so many yellow decks running around at like locals. Getting rid of a Kikinojo, getting rid of a Sanji for -1 is so good. But it was with a heavy heart that I had to cut it down to 1 instead of 2. This once again could be like applied to the flex slot, but I think if you're gonna put in another event, it should be a 0 cost. But yeah, still really good. You need to keep at least 1 in your deck for sure, because there are some cards that can only be answered with bottom deck or bounce. So definitely at 1, maybe at 2, but no more than that is pushing it. Next we have Biff Burst. This is probably the best event in the whole deck. Just draw 2. You know, if you have 6 or less cards in your hand, draw 2. And that is for -1, you know, in the Sanji leader. So you can take your turn, you know, play out your Sandys, play your Reiju, and then -1 and draw 2, which is crazy. Not only that, you can also bounce a 4 cost to hand, which, to be fair, doesn't come up very often. But the fact, this is like a theme with the Sanji deck, the fact that they give you that option is, I mean, it's better to have the option than not, you know. So definite 4-off. There's no debate in this one. It's definitely going to be a 4-off. Next we have 2 Red Rock. It's important to have 2 Red Rock because you kind of need to see it for your Reijus, especially in some certain matchups. And even, you know, if you don't have a Reiju, just playing it from hand is very important for answering things like 10 Beards and 9 cost boas and stuff like that. So definite 2-off. Same with Grab Blade. Grab Blade, you're not going to be playing it out from hand as much as you probably would Red Rock, but this is the best card to play off your 5 cost Reiju. So you're definitely going to need to run 2 because it's a lot less searchable than quite a lot of the other events, because it's not Straw Hat, it's Navy. So you probably are going to draw into it and you can trash it, and you can put it directly into trash with the Teardrops event, but you should definitely run this at 2 because you kind of need to see it in some matchups. You know, it's kind of whether you see Grab Blade or whether you don't in quite a lot of matchups, so 2 is required. 0 cost event, Jet Gatlin is searchable, like more searchable than this, but I mean the fact that this lets you give -8k to something is, I mean, really, really good. It is an event, so it's searchable off of like most of your searchers anyway, so you should definitely run this instead of Jet Gatlin. Like I said, probably run 2 of this. Another thing is it helps you get your events into trash directly for Reiju. Like if you have a Grab Blade in hand and your Divine Departure, and you really need it for next turn in trash, just, you know, put it away. It doesn't even matter if they swing 5 at you, sometimes getting the Grab Blade in trash is more important than the excess counter. So really good card, especially now that you need cards in trash and that removal protection is so prevalent in the meta. So next we have 4 Giant. Needless to say, 4 Giant is required in any purple Straw Hat deck. Still, you know, since 09 it hasn't really been power scaled in any way, shape or form. It's still exceptional. So you know, I don't need to explain it. Definite 4 off. So let's just move on. We have the Luffy is the man who will be tongue twister here. Luffy is the man who will be the king of the pirates. This is literally just a look at top 3 and take a card. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't have any condition. And on top of that, you don't even need to show your opponent, which I know when I play in person, I always accidentally reveal it. You know, it's just muscle memory. You know, you search, you show them. But with this card, you don't need to show them. You just put it directly on your hand. Don't reveal it. Which especially on the sim, where you know you can scroll back and just check what card they searched. This is huge. A definite 4 off. Exceptional searcher in tandem with the teardrops event. I mean, your searchers are just beyond good in this deck, which is good because, you know, this is a very search heavy deck, as I'm sure you'll see in the games. Next we have 4 stealth black. This is kind of also a flex spot where you could run 3, but I think it's important enough that I would run 4. Once again, going back to the Otama Sanji thing, since I'm running 4 Sanjis, I opt for 4 stealth black. But yeah, this card, so, I mean, once again, when they revealed this, insane, absolutely insane. Play a Sanji from your trash. So the one weakness that your 3-cost Sanji had, that was it can be KO'd in battle, is gone. You know, oh, they swing all into it. Okay, that's fine. Let it go. Stealth black for -1, bring it back for free, pretty much. It's ridiculous. Really, really good card. And once again, you can loop the 6-cost blocker. You know, it's like you literally 2k with it, play it out, block with it, play it out, blah, 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 etc, etc. You know, it's, I think running this card at any less than 3 is trolling. So, you know, I've even ran it at 4. And the last card in the deck is Bruchette Blow. This card's quite interesting. You do need to have equal or less Dawn than your opponent, so it can be tricky against decks like Doflamingo, who tend to like -4 Dawn on their 10 Dawn turn, and Rosinante as well. They can purposefully not get the Dawn back. You kind of need to pay attention to that. But yeah, so it just draws you 1 card and then you give something -3, which once again, like I've said, when protection is so prevalent, it's important to be able to KO things in battle. So a 1-off is good enough for this. I don't think I'd ever consider putting it up to 2 or more, but it's a good card to have. You know, it's like it's toolboxy. This deck's kind of toolboxy. But yeah, that's the list. Like I said, I have played this deck for a while, so I'm not bad with it. I'd say I'm definitely not bad. I'm not the best, but I've played it long enough that I kind of understand how it goes. It's very, very search heavy. You know, it's honestly, it's hard. It's a difficult deck. If you're a beginner, I probably wouldn't start with this. If you're looking to get into the game, but you know, if you're looking for a challenge, I think the Reiju makes it easier. I'll say it now. The Reiju does definitely make it easier because you can get to a point where you can just play the Reiju and like loop your big events. But if you know, the learning curve with this deck is tough. And you'll see even in my games, sometimes I make mistakes with searching, even though I've been playing this deck since it came out. So, you know, I'm not perfect. I'm not great. But yeah, this deck is difficult. So if you're a beginner, I maybe wouldn't recommend it. But, you know, if you enjoy a challenge, I'd get into Sanji. It's also very good, obviously. So if you want a good deck that has a lot of like player expression, this is the one. But yeah, anyway, so we've got 3 matches for you today. All 3 against heroine decks, actually. Heroines decks, not heroine deck. So maybe this will help. Obviously, you can't play Sanji in the Heroines Cup, but maybe this will help you figure out how those decks work. So yeah, anyway, I'll be back. Webcam Nitro just will be back with an outro at the end of the video. But as for now, I hope you enjoy the games. Okay, so game 1, we're up against Blue Yellow Nami, who actually is a very relevant deck now, with the EBO3 support. You got the 5-cost Nami and the 7-cost Robin, and it recently got Young Girl promo as well, which are all very good. With Sanji, I kind of just try and take their curve, so I choose to go first. My hand's pretty good. 2 Sanjis is good for late game, and I have the best searcher, so play that. I do have to trash a Reiju, but I also get 7-cost, or Grab Blade in trash. And I have another searcher, so I've got 2 searchers for next turn. I'm hoping to find a Boof Burst to use my leader effect on, or even maybe put a Sanji in trash with the Teardrops Searcher. So draw 2k, that's pretty good. I find another Searcher off Teardrops. Use that again. Find the Boof Burst, that's great. And I use my third Searcher. 2 Giants is really, really bad. And also 2 Sanjis. So I've already seen 1 Giant, so I decided to take the Giant. Use leader effect for the Boof Burst, and I draw 2k Sanji, which is great. And then I just swing 5 at life. So my hand's looking really good here. I've got 2 of the 3 cost Sanjis and the 6 cost. The Grab Blade is a bit of a dead card in hand. And I don't have any Sanjis in trash. I also don't have a Reiju. But my hand's looking pretty good. He plays Young Girl and then just swings 8. I think about whether or not to take this. Because like dumping double 2k is not great. But it does get me the Sanji, the 6 cost Sanji in trash. And I kind of want to play that out with Stealth Black. Because I don't really have another play, so I just double 2k that. Although it means I don't have any counter in hand, but it should be fine because he's only got 1 thing to swing with. So I play a Sanji, use Stealth Black, play at 6 cost, and then all I can really do here is swing 7. He takes, and I pass. So it's looking pretty good right now. I've got 1 Sanji already developed. It's already at 6k. I've got a second in hand. He plays the 5 cost Nami. Gives me a Reiju though. That's really good. He's swinging 8 at me. I just take that as well. Do have a Pudding. I think about Grab Blading because I'm never going to need it. Like, this is the one time I can use it because you can't Grab Blade Robin. And it does mean I would get to Boof Burst. I count the events in trash. I think about it. I think I do end up doing it here. I think about developing another Sanji, but yeah, just get rid of them. And then I can use my leader effect for Boof Burst. That's not great. I swing 5, use leader effect, and my Sanji luckily is 7, so I get another swing. Pass, his board is clear. He's probably going to Robin here, I'd imagine. And I do have a Red Rock, which could be used to answer the Robin immediately. He swings. I block in 1k. I should have just blocked because I have a Stealth Black in hand, but regardless. Red Rock that. Check my trash for the Sanji. Play another Sanji. So I've got 2 7Ks on board right now, which can't really be removed. And then I swing 5 and 7 again. Still got quite a healthy hand size, even though I've been swinging it his life quite a lot. But I suppose that's Nami for you. He searches a kid, which is really good. He swings 6. I just block this time. I learned my lesson. I'm going to Stealth Black out anyway. Gets rid of a Boof Burst, which is really bad. But I can once again just Red Rock the kid. And then develop another Sanji, which is really, really good. Stealth Black out another blocker, just in case he has Rush. Swing, and then it's going to be 5 7 7. I thought about playing the Reiju to play the Red Rock out of trash, but like it's only 1 extra Dawn, it's 1k out of hand, and that 5k Reiju's not going to be swinging a Nami leader anytime soon because it's just going to be 7k. He swings 7. I think about this because I want to keep the Reiju, but I do just end up gianting it and get rid of my 2k because I do need a play for next turn. And then he uses kid on my last life, which isn't great. I know what I'm going to do. Just Reiju it, get rid of it. I think hard about this because I know some Namis do run Unblockable event, and if he just goes all in with Unblockable, I check his trash, there's no Unblockable in there. If he goes all in with Unblockable, I actually don't have enough counter in hand to live. I've only got Concassor and Teardrops, which is 8k. So it only got me up to 13, and I'm pretty sure you can get to 14, which isn't great. I know for sure I'm getting rid of the kid, so I just go ahead and Red Rock that. I cannot leave that unattended. I think about swinging, but first off, I have to think about searching. I've already used 2 giants. I've seen 1 in search. I think I've seen 2 in search actually. So I think I've seen all my giants, but I have searched a lot. And I realized kind of either he has Unblockable and I need giant, or he doesn't have Unblockable and it doesn't matter regardless. So although I am searching quite a lot here, I decided to swing first. I think this was greedy. To be honest, I don't think I should have swung here because a trigger out of life would be disastrous. but I just got greedy. I used the event, I find Giant. Absolutely perfect. Couldn't have asked for a better result. I do realize that I do need to draw into... I swing, he triggers Kikinojo. Just greed. I think about using Jet Culverin, but I need something to trash off the Giant. And then I just... I'm like, I might as well swing again. So I swing, he takes it. No trigger, thank God. I don't swing again. I was pushing my luck anyway. I do realize now if he gets unblockable, I do kind of need to rely on drawing something off the Giant. But, you know, it was either rely on drawing something off the Giant or lose if he has unblockable. So, I'm just waiting to see what happens. Swinging life there was silly, to say the least. I really shouldn't have, but regardless, Kikunojo's on board now. And I just need to wait to see. Well, we're waiting actually. I'm going to let you in on a fun fact. If you click on your trash on the sim and you click T, you can sort it. So I've been doing that throughout the game. Oh wait, something's happening. So he plays Otama, gives himself plus 3k, and then he plays the unblockable event. He swings all in. He gets to 14. So it turns out he actually could have only got to 13, but it kind of still mattered. I do Giant, get to 13, and I do, thank God, draw another counter event. And then he swings with Kikinojo, I block. If he swung with Kikinojo first, I would have been in a pickle, a real big pickle, but luckily he didn't. And I don't think it would have mattered anyway, because I got past 15. But I would have had to decide whether or not to block. So game's wrapped up here. Swing triple nines with Sanji. Don't even need to invest any Dawn for a game. So yeah, that was a close one. The unblockable event made it close, but just answering literally everything on his board really helped. You know, like the red rock or grab biting the Nami and the young girl, and then red rocking the Robin and the kid. Just kept his board bare the whole time. Anyway, like I was saying before we get to the next game, little fun fact. You can sort your trash by clicking T. So you see me look at my trash quite a lot. But I clicked on it, press T to sort it. And then it's kind of just an easier way to see how strong your Sanjis will be. So anyway, yeah. Nami is a very important matchup now. So regardless of the deck you're playing, you should definitely learn to play against it. So just on to the next game now. So game 2 against Robin now, purple yellow Robin. Also got buffed in EBO3, but it's literally the exact same buffs as Nami. Just the 5-cost Nami and the 7-cost Robin, which are really good obviously, but some people still kind of opt to play Robin Thriller Bark, which is also valid because, you know, it gets you a lot of triggers. But yeah, so this one I'm facing right now is Straw Hat. So it actually does use the support. So I've chosen to go first. Look at my starting hand. It's not very good. No searchers at all. So I choose them all. I get a lot better searcher and a Biff Burst. And even a Reiju, which blockers against, specifically Robin, is very good. So turn 1, choose to use the searcher and I take another searcher. Draw again, another Biff Burst. That's perfect. Check top 5. There's quite a lot of choice here. To be fair, it's 4 out of 5 cards. I decided to take the 3-cost Sanji because while the red rock would be really good, which you know, like maybe I should have taken the red rock, as you'll see in this game, but I feel like it's more important to develop a 3-cost Sanji early. Anyway, use Biff Burst, draw another blocker Reiju. That's pretty good, and my only choice here is to go 7 at life, so he takes. And usually they just go 9 at leader with the Robin. Yep. Banish swing. Just gonna have to take that. Grab blade and trash. That's actually great. So 5 done. I'm gonna play the Reiju just to kind of, you know, stop the swings from coming through, and I get to Biff Burst into Stealth Black. That's great. I think about Otamaing here, but there's nothing I really want to trash. I decided to do it regardless. Because I think it's because I needed a turn. I play for next turn, rather. So get rid of the Brushable. I'm probably not going to use that. And swing 5. Probably going to get 1 kid here. I got quite a lot of cards in hand. My hand's looking pretty good right now. I've got 2 searches for next turn. a grab blade and trash, which to be fair maybe won't actually matter because they're probably just gonna play Robin here, which like I was saying is maybe why I should have taken the red rock. But yeah, so play Robin, and I get to do a bit of searching here. Take a giant. It's gonna be important. Just another one. I think I take another Rager. I've already got one, but so you know what? I'll just say it right now. I'm pretty confident I should have taken that red rock. But I do get to develop the Sanji, which I played right now. Swing 6, and there's no Sanji in my trash, unfortunately. I could play the Sanji out of hand, but I feel the need not to. I've already got a blocker, so I'll pass for 1 Dawn up because I do have Concassor. I have Giant as well, but I'm probably not going to play it because my Dawn is still pretty low. So just waiting and seeing what they're doing right now. The Robin being a 7 cost and not being able to be grab baited is really annoying, because it's, you know, it's an exceptional card and you can't even KO it without taking damage. But yeah, so you can't have everything, you know. So I'm waiting on this turn and it just plays another Robin. That's not good. He swings 6. I think about free blocking this, but I took it so I can use the stealth block. He doesn't even swing anyway. Probably just wants to trash the rest of my life. But yeah, I think what to do, I think I'm just going to develop a few blockers. Stealth block out the other one. I do have a lot of defensive events in trash, but I've got no play, or not in trash in hand. I think I draw here. Yep, draw with the Concassor because I've got 2 giants. Take another Sanji to develop because they are 7k. So my board's looking pretty strong right now. Swing 5. Pretty sure this is a bad trigger. Yep. Yeah. Trigger, kill, really, which is really bad. Really bad. Nah, I'm joking. But it's really bad. It gets rid of my Reiju. Which, obviously, having a 7k body, a 7k blocker against Robin is fantastic. But swing 70 giants. All of a sudden, I'm in not such a good position. He plays the other Robin and trashes my life. Which, to be fair, this is the last time he can play the Robin. Swing 7. I think a giant this one. Yeah, I do. I think about doing something with my blockers, but then he could just swing into them. I don't want to do that. So get rid of the pudding, unfortunately. Yeah, he swings into Sanji. I'm just going to have to let that go because I've not got 2k. And I don't really want to get rid of my blockers. He swings 8 out life. And I take Stealth Black, which means I can just get that Sanji back. I search. I get another searcher. Search again. Once again, I wish I'd taken that red rock. Use Stealth Black to get out the 3-cast Sanji. I think I'm using the other Stealth Black to play another Sanji. I can't remember if I do. Because my Sanjis are 8k right now, which is exceptional. But I do have another Sanji in hand, so I just decided to play that out. Which honestly, maybe I'll pause the recording here so I can give you a little bit of game advice. I maybe should have kept that Sanji in hand. Because I could have used the giant. Oh no, to be fair, I've got a dead card in hand anyway with the grab blade. But if I didn't, I could have kept that Sanji in hand and used it as fodder for giant. Which I've just realized that doesn't apply right now, and I probably thought about that at the time while I was playing. But just worth noting if you're playing the deck. So swing 7 at life. Could take this. He's got quite a lot of cards in hand and 3 life. I still have 1 giant, which is good. I maybe would have liked a little bit more, but I also have 2 blockers. Could have been 3. But really decided to destroy my other Reiju. Which, once again, isn't great. He actually does get a trigger here. He gets the Soul trigger, which quite a lot of people don't actually play that card anymore. But it does do him very well right now. So I guess it's the right decision to run some at least. Full 10 Dawn turn. It's not looking great. His board is pretty much full. Check my trash again. I think my Sanjis are pretty close to being 9k. Swings 9. He's got 9 left. I don't think he runs unblockable, so I'm just going to take this. I do get 0 cost, which is really good. 9. I think I'm just going to use my giant here. Trash that. And 1k, there's the second red rock, which has appeared way too late. Just goes to show when you play Sanji, like a search that you make at the beginning of the game really, really matters, you know? But no use complaining about it now. He swings 5. Think about blocking that, but yeah. Swing 7. I realize I'm just going to have to go for a game here, so I'm just going to kind of get rid of my whole hand. Keeps 3 done up, which is really bad. My Sanji's are 9k though. I think about attaching a Don and swinging so I can use my leader effect for a Boof Burst, but if he blocks with Sol, it's just gotten rid of a 9k swing. So I just decided to raw use the Boof Burst and bounce the Sol. And then I've just got a bunch of 9s. Swinging at life here. So 9 gets gianted. Ditches this same Sol that I just gave him. And then 1k. 9 again. And the thing is, I can't even clear board here, because if I get rid of the Robins, they deal damage to me if I swing into them. And then it would lose me the game. So swing another 9. I know he's still got a lot of cards in hand, but getting rid of all the giants is good. I'm just hoping he doesn't have another one. He does take, and it's another Rayleigh trigger. You actually can't make it up. You genuinely can. So he's got rid of a 7k swing. So I'm forced to swing all out with my Sanji. And just hope he doesn't have it. Which I'm pretty sure he does, unfortunately. Really, really bad. So I just concede. That trigger was horrific. It actually couldn't have been worse. Got rid of, that's like the only thing in his deck that could answer one of my bodies, I assume, unless he runs beige or something of the like. But really bad for my Reiju to get this right there. It was twice in one game as well, but I guess you can't complain too much when you're up against, you know, a deck that relies on triggers. Very close game. Like I said, I do wish I'd taken that red rock out of that first search, because especially in decks where you know they're going to play the 7-cost Robin, it's literally your only answer, because it's not a body you can swing into either, unless you want to take damage. But yeah, close game. I could have played it a little bit differently, especially with the searching, but it was still close regardless. But good game to my opponent, and we'll just go to the next one. So moving into game 3 here, we have Green Uta, who also got support in EBO3. Got the new secret, which is really big. It got a new event as well. And I know I said in the last video I wanted to bring you more kind of like meta-relevant decks, and this is not exactly meta-relevant, but it might be relevant to your Heroines Cup. I know that event's coming up, so I suppose we'll see. I get to choose turn order again, so I choose to go second. I think just relying on that extra draw that you get is quite important. I know Uta, I think, wants to go first, but I think the extra draw for me is more important. So anyway, my starting hand has 2 Searchers and a Reiju and a Grab Blade. If I can somehow find a way to get that Grab Blade into trash with a 0 cost or something, that would be great. So draw up. There you go. That's perfect. Can't make it up. 0 cost. That was a tough choice there. I want to highlight that choice. Concassor I was probably never going to take that, but choosing between the Searcher and the Boof Burst can be a tough choice. I think if I didn't have another Searcher in hand, I would have taken the Searcher, but luckily I do. So I take the Boof Burst for next turn. Search again. Oh, there you go. Perfect. There's another Searcher. So already this game is going sensationally, and he just chooses to swing 3 at me. So I search, take Stealth Black, because I've already seen 3. Excuse me. And I just decide to develop the Sanji early. And I play Boof Burst and swing. I think as well, okay, the cards in hand. The reason I chose to play that Sanji is because if I didn't, I would have had too many cards in hand to play Boof Burst. So not only does it let me develop the Sanji early, it also lets me draw 2. And then I just choose to swing 5 at leader. So this game is going swimmingly right now. My Sanji is already 6k and my hand is looking pretty good.
So he plays his Sanji and searches for a Sanji. There's quite a lot of Sanji going on here. He swings 7, and I just use the 0 cost to get the grab blade in trash because something tells me I'm going to need it pretty soon. I draw another searcher. That's fantastic. I'm running into the same problem where I don't know, I think I have the exact amount of cards needed for this booth press. Yeah, I do. Perfect. So play that. Don't really draw into any more searchers, but I can just develop another Sanji, and the Sanji on board is already 7k, which is insane. That's the power of that new searcher. So I don't need to keep any done up for events. I just decide to swing double 7. Looks like he's thinking about this one. Yep, double 2k. Okay, and then I pass. Excuse me. He plays the new secret, which is a big deal for me because he can rest my Dawn. I 2k this so I can stealth black it out. Luckily, although I cannot grab blade these because that's a 7 cost, I do have red rock in hand. And I think getting rid of the Uta is kind of my top priority here. So going into the next turn, that's probably my plan. So just waiting for him to pass turn. I also did get another 5-cost Ridge out of life, which is really good. It means that I can just loop grab blades and red rocks. So he passes, I draw another searcher. That's great. Think about using it. I might as well, to be honest. And I don't really need another Reiju, so I search and I take a 2k because I've already got 3 giants in hand, and then I've got just enough down left to red rock the Uta. I do have a 2k Sanji in trash, so I use stealth black and get a blocker out. That's fantastic. And then I just decide to swing all out, because even if he swings at the Sanjis, I mean, I've got a blocker and they're 7k, so I'm really not too worried about them being cleared here. So he thinks about the 5k. He 1ks, and then I go double 7, which, I mean, very oppressive to just have 7 swinging at you pretty much every turn. So his board, once again, is looking pretty bare. He actually gets the new EBO3 card. It's just an event, counter event. Plays another Uta. Unfortunately, you know, we're not really seeing the full power of this Uta. Because I'm just going to get rid of it again. Spoiler alert for the next turn, I suppose. He swings 8, and I think about blocking it. I can't even remember, yeah, but I just decided to take it. And then I fat finger the grab blade trigger. Horrific misplay, even. It's not even a misplay. It was just me being stupid. I could have gotten rid of that Sanji and then red rocked the Uta and cleared his whole board. But it was my own fault. I chose not to look at the trigger in a deck with a lot of triggers, so I'm just going to have to take it on the chin. Get rid of the Uta. Swing with the Sanjis. And then he also fat fingers here. So I guess we're even. He uses the counter event and doesn't realize he only has 1 card, or 1 film card on board, 1 character. So he wastes a counter event. Same way I wasted the grab blade trigger. So we're even Stevens now. Think about swinging with the blocker. Think about developing another Sanji here as well, but that would just be greedy, because if I develop another Sanji and then he uses like Dead Man's Game, I've got 1k in hand, which I'd probably be dead even if I do have 1 giant. So he swings 6. I just decide to giant this. And I draw into a Concaster and a 2k, which is phenomenal. You know, I mean, I probably, you know, I didn't have any chance of dying anyway, but now I've got, you know, less chance of dying. Once again, his board is bare. It's a bit sad. I don't think that Green Uta can really keep up in standard format. I think it's a decent choice in Heroines format, but I mean, I guess against especially Sanji, so, you know, it doesn't really stand a chance. I can just kind of answer the whole board. He plays 2 Sanjis here, which I'm really not bothered about at all, because I'm probably just going to grab by them. He restands and swings 6. He's definitely got nothing here. And I just 2k that. So just straight away, Reiju, grab blade. Call that a day. I think I definitely could have gone for a game there, but it's like I would be risking whether or not I could win by going for game, or I would guarantee my win by graboiding. So yeah, I mean, I've still got swings anyway, and yep, that's it. Didn't even need to dedicate any dawn to it. Just 8-8, and that's that. So like I said, it's a bit sad. I don't think it can really keep up anymore, even with the support that it got. But to be fair, the point of this video is to showcase how good Sanji is, and I think that kind of drove the point home. So yeah, that's the games for today. I'll let you go to the little outro bit here. I'll pass you to webcam Nitrocious, and thank you for watching.
So those were the games. I hope you enjoyed them. Obviously, within them, you've seen that I did misplay a few times. But I like to say at the end of my videos, I think it's important to like document your misplays. You know, I'm not trying to come up as some like world champion level One Piece player that never loses. You know, I'm only human. I kind of suck at this game. You know, I'll admit it, I kind of suck. So I think it is important to like document your misplays. But yeah, I think I showed off the deck well. You know, you can definitely see how powerful it is, and someone that's better than me at this deck could definitely win a big event with it. I think I'm pretty confident in saying that Sanji definitely could win a big event. I probably won't be the one to win it, but you know, who knows. I think I'll probably take this to a treasure cup, and I'll maybe let you guys know how I do if it goes well. If I go 0-4 and drop, you probably won't hear about it, but regardless. But yeah, anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you're still here, make sure to subscribe, because I will be coming out with probably about bi-weekly content for the One Piece card game. I'm definitely going to go over all the decks that got support in EVO3. And then I might, you know, if I run out of content before OP15 drops, I might go back and do some OP14 decks as well. So if you enjoyed the video, like I said, please like and subscribe. I'm Nitrocious, and have a good day.